大家好, I'm Liliana Worth, and today we're in Guizhou, a province in southwest China, and it's one of the country's less developed regions. The poverty and natural landscapes here mean that it's a far cry from the shiny megacities of Beijing and Shanghai, but that doesn't make it any less special. In fact, quite the opposite. Guizhou's weather and high altitude means there's very little pollution here, and it's the only province that combines low latitude, high altitude and little sunshine, the perfect conditions for tea. And high quality tea here is known across China and now even abroad. And Guizhou's tea industry is developing in such a way it's helping local farmers break out of poverty and improve their lives. Today, the tea plantations in Guizhou have topped 467,000 hectares, making them the biggest in China. And they've produced 318 tons of tea, worth nearly $5.2 billion in 2017. Tan Haiying is a tea farmer in Guizhou's Siqian County. A mother of 5 children, she also has to look after her parents-in-law. One of her children is also disabled. They have been living under the poverty line for many years, but tea production is bringing hope to the family.
每年你卖了好多茶吗？
我一年8亩地要卖30万块钱。
继续做茶有信心吗？
我对茶很有信心啊，国家有那么大的帮助，茶苗也没有也是他们买来了，还有肥料都是他们买来了，我很有信心做了。
The lives of Tan and her family have been improved by the tea industry, and they're not the only ones. In the past 10 years, the tea industry in Guizhou has helped 577,000 tea farmers out of poverty. Guizhou's tea is not only thriving on the domestic market, but is also making its mark globally. Liu Rui, a Guizhou native, is now living in London, and sharing Guizhou tea with the people around her has become a very important part of her life in the UK.
现在我们已经有一群人非常热爱贵州茶，因为他知道这个茶是干净的，他可以信任，他也知道这个茶是很好的生态长的。
This confidence in Guizhou tea is echoed by the company James Finlay's.
There are very special things about Guizhou, but I think that the single most important one is the quality of the tea. The tea in Guizhou, most of it is fairly recently planted, and because it's newly planted, it's been very well looked after and being kept to very high standards and very international standards. So the tea is clean, it is free of pesticides, it's being well managed, and that is exactly the kind of tea that consumers all around the world are very, very interested in. So that's why we think there's such a great opportunity.
Founded in 1750 as part of the Swire Group, Finlay's is one of the largest independent tea buyers in the world. Finlay's excitement about Guizhou tea is not just about its potential on the international markets. They're also concerned with sustainability, stressing the role of Guizhou's tea industry in reducing poverty.
What we're trying to do is create a sustainable economy and connecting farmers there with markets and consumers around the world and getting the cash to flow from markets around the world back into Guizhou so those farmers can benefit from that. And as a result of benefiting from it, they can, it'll help them and help their families come out of poverty.
This tea is a symbol of the way locals have found a way towards prosperity. And by exploring Guizhou's particular natural resources, locals have been able to make a living without harming the environment. With its upgraded transport system, the province has made substantial progress in transforming its harsh natural landscape into an ever-developing economic landscape. In recent years, Guizhou's development has become a shining example of the country's success in its fight against poverty. In the past 5 years, over 60 million people have been lifted out of poverty in China. To meet the target of becoming a moderately prosperous society by 2020, China must lift another 43 million people out of poverty in just 3 years.